Meghan Markle and Prince Harry keep overshadowing other royal events, says expert. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle keep overshadowing other royal events, an expert has shared in her latest opinion piece. Writing a comment piece for news.com.au, Daniela Elser, a royal expert and journalist, explained how a bizarre pattern has emerged in relation to when news about Harry and Meghan is released. She describes how news about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex is usually released on the same day or immediately before or after another royal event, citing plenty of examples from the last 2 years. "If you look closely, there is a pattern," writes Ms. Elser. The latest example involves Princess Eugenie, who introduced her son August on March 23, the same day that the Wall Street Journal broke the news that Prince Harry had gotten a job. Ms. Elser continued, "We could notch this all up to an unfortunate coincidence if not for the fact this is not the first time that a Sussex announcement has inadvertently stolen some of the poor old Eugenie's thunder." It has been reported that Harry and his wife Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, told his family that she was expecting their first child at Eugenie's 2018 wedding. In the Sussex's biography, Finding Freedom, by Caroline Durand and Omid Scobie, it was noted that the move did not go down particularly well with Eugenie, who a source said told friends she felt the couple should have waited to share the news. Ms. Elser continued to outline another 11 incidents in which the Duke and Duchess of Sussex overshadowed the events of other royals. One of the most notable examples was their 2-hour interview with Oprah Winfrey, which aired on the same day as the Queen prepared to deliver a speech for Commonwealth Day on March 8. Ms. Elser noted that whilst there is some degree of coincidence and the fact that the Sussexes don't have control over when the media will publish news, there might be something more calculated happening. "The currency the Windsors and the Sussexes both traffic in and need when it comes to their do-goodery is media coverage and social media attention," said Ms. Elser. In an ideal world, various HRHs would pop out, and say, cheerfully open a lighthouse in Wales, Princess Anne, or visit a charity that gives underprivileged kids crystals, Harry, on totally different days, thus ensuring maximum exposure for each engagement and thus maximum charitable impact. The problem here, if you happen to be a Buckingham Palace courtier, is that sending one of your earnest HRHs off on some Dulles dishwater outing, is always going to come a distant second in terms of public and press interest if the dazzling Sussexes happen to be up to something far more interesting around the same time. She noted that Buckingham Palace, Kensington Palace and Clarence House all regularly failed to hold any coordinated form of communication. She added that the problem will only be exacerbated in the future as the Sussexes drift further and further away from the royal family. Prepared to deliver a speech for Commonwealth Day on March 8. Ms. Elser noted that whilst there is some degree of coincidence in the fact that the Sussexes don't have control over when the media will publish news, there might be something more calculated happening. "The currency the Windsors and the Sussexes both traffic in and need when it comes to their do-goodery media coverage and social media attention," said Ms. Elser. In an ideal world, various happen to be up to something far more interesting around the same time. She noted that Buckingham Palace, Kensington Palace and Clarence House all regularly failed to hold any coordinated form of communication. She added that the problem will only be exacerbated in the future as the Sussexes drift further and further away from the royal family.